Today's daily dose of math is about calculating a percentage. This is a calculation that is very useful because we very often need things to be expressed as a percentage. For instance, I'm a teacher and I gave students a quiz where the grade was on 40. But I want to know what the student's grade is in percent. So if we have 29 on 40 and we want the grade in percent, what we do is we divide 29 by 40 and then we multiply by 100. (29) divided by 40 gives me 0.725. But that's the decimal version of the number. It's the grade out of 1. What is the percent? I multiply by 100 and I get 72.5%. And of course, if it were to be put on a report card, I might round this up to 73%. So this is how we calculate a percentage. We divide and then we multiply by 100. Let's look at a situation where we need to know a percentage. An employee works for $20 an hour and they worked 42 hours during this pay period. The gross salary is $905. That means that the employee receives some kind of a bonus, perhaps commission on sales. What is the percent bonus? Well, the first thing we need to do is figure out how much we expect to earn just from the hourly wage. So we have 20 times 42, which is $840. But the gross was 905, so we have to do a subtraction. 905 minus 840 is 65. So there's an extra $65 on the paycheck, on the gross amount in the paycheck. That's not accounted for by the 20 hours. That's the bonus. Now we're just doing 65 divided by 840 and times 100 to get a percentage. And our answer is, it rounds to 7.74. We figure out the difference, we divide the difference by the total, and multiply by 100, we have a percent. So the bonus for commission was 7.74% of the earnings from the salary. Here's another example. I'm traveling and I go into a city just for one day and I want to buy some souvenirs. Luckily, I'm able to use my own currency, which is the dollar, and I can see that the beach towels I want to buy cost $10 each. But when I go to pay, I have to give $36 in total. So there was a tax. What was the percentage of the tax? The 3 beach towels cost $30. The difference between the 36 that I was charged and the 30 I expected to pay was $6. When we take 6 and divide it by 30, we get 0.2, but we multiply by 100 and we get 20%. It means that a 20% tax was charged on my purchases. The next day I go into a different country. Again, I'm able to use my currency, the dollar, but this time I bought 9 keychains for $5 each, which means I expect to pay $45, but I was charged $51. So again, I was charged an extra $6. When I do 6 divided by 45 and multiply by 100, I'm going to find out what the percentage of tax was. And I get 13.3, I'll say approximately 13.3%. So the tax in this country was 13.3%, where the tax in the previous country was 20%. We can calculate a percent deduction in the form of tax. We can calculate a percent bonus. We can calculate a percentage when we're doing a test where the grade was not out of 100, simply by dividing and multiplying by 100. This is how you calculate a percentage. That is today's Daily Dose of Math. Please subscribe and like. And remember, you can do this. Don't be afraid.